All right, so now for problem number 4 on your turn, it says Zachary is planning to send a video game to each of his 2 brothers. If he buys the same game for both, now this is probably going to involve some sort of cost. So when they say same game for both, and he has 2 brothers, that's gonna be relevant to our inequality. And pays $4 to ship each game. How much can he spend on each game without spending more than $100? Right? An inequality. So what I want you guys to do, let's let V represent how much he spends per video game. So what I'd like for you guys to do, and I'll give you some clues, and I want you to write it down on the whiteboard. Hey, can one of you guys shut that door real quick? Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to think about an inequality. So let me show you some numbers. It's going to have a 2 in there. The amount of money they spend on the video game is a V. They also pay an additional, that's a clue, additional $4.75 per game, and they cannot spend more than 100. So kind of take your guess as to how you set up the inequality. It'll be very similar to the previous problem we just did. Write that on your board. Go. 10 seconds. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Do 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 doom 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 do doom 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 doom. Here, I got you. I'll give you 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Yep, quickly. All right, hold up your boards. Let's see what you have. That's pretty close. Anybody else got something? Let's see what you got. You were really close. So, what is the cost? Let's start here. What is the cost per video game? We don't know, but we know that it's V plus, V plus what? The cost of the shipping, right? So it's plus, why is that doing that? You got it? Yeah, just make your adjustment. You'll figure it out. Got a little bit of lag on this thing. So V plus, let's see. Yep, you're right. V plus 0.75. And how many times is he going to do that? Well, he's got 2 brothers, so it's going to be 2 times that. And he cannot spend more than 100. So let's think about that. We got to decide if it's less than or greater than. So just think of a number and then ask yourself if it's more than 100. So 40, is that more than 100? No. And it says without spending more than 100. Is 40 less than or greater than 100? Less than. Less than goes to the left, so we're going to do this. Less than. Now it says without spending more than. Can he spend 100? In other words, is spending 100 not spending more than 100? Yeah. So it could equal 100 too. So this is our inequality. And now what we need to do is just solve. So we're going to distribute the 2 through the parentheses. What's 2 times V? Yep, 2V. Now put on your thinking caps. What's 2 times 4.75? 950. So far, so good. And all of that is less than or equal to 100. Now, what do I do to get V by itself? Because that's how I figure out the price per video game. I need to move the 2, or the 950. Which one's easier to move? The 950 is. So I'm just going to subtract 950. That's the inverse of adding 950. Whatever I do on one side, I do to the other. Use your handy dandy calculator. These cancel, and I get 2V is less than or equal to, what's 100 minus 950? I think it's 9050, but we could check it out. How do you do that? You just take 100, and then you subtract 9, whoops, not 6, 9.50. Yeah, 9050. All right, we're almost done. Is V by itself? No. How do I get V by itself? Very good. Yes, you divide by 2. Good job. So then B would be less than or equal to whatever 90 divided by 2 is. I think it's $45.20 or $45.25. $45.25. Let's see. Divided by 2. Yeah. See, you guys are learning. See what happens when I harp on you all the time and make you do your work and write everything down? You're welcome, by the way. All right, so good job. So what does the 45.25 represent? Yeah, how much each video game is. Well, wait, I want to make sure that I have the right inequality. Now, here's why. It says he can't spend more than 100, right? That's what it says. So as long as he makes sure the video game doesn't cost him more than $45.25 per video game, can he spend less? Yeah. Would that be less than 100? Yeah. So that would work. Okay. All right. Let me leave that up there for a second so you guys can finish writing it down.